And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the KingDome for Game 3 of this three-game series between the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Mariners. This is the 1980 Oakland A's Stratomatic Super Instant Replay. I hope everyone's having a good evening watching the really good baseball game tonight. I decided to go live after the Dodgers scored a couple runs, so we'll kind of keep that in the background, kind of watching a game cast on it, since there was no TV on there tonight because of the stupid Apple TV coverage tonight. So on the mound, an excellent pitching matchup. Mike Norris for the Oakland A's taking on Floyd Bannister. The representative number ones will be on the mound tonight. The A's have won the first two games of this series. They've looked really good in games 1 and game 2. Mike Norris on the year is 1 win, 1 loss. ERA of 5.41. He got roughed up in his last start, and he'll try to improve on his third start of the season. Here's your starting lineups to get started tonight. For the Oakland Athletics, Ricky Henderson will lead off, followed by Dwayne Murphy in center. Jeff Newman's at first. Dave Revering's your designated hitter. Tony Armas in right. Mario Guerrero is your shortstop. Mike Heath is behind the plate. Mickey Klutz at third. And Rob Piccolo is at second. For the Seattle Mariners, Julio Cruz leads off at second. Rod Craig in center. Where it is Dan Meyer in left. Bruce Bhakti at first. Willie Horton's your designated hitter. Bill Stein's at third. Joe Simpson in right. Jim Anderson's at short. And Larry Cox is your catcher. We welcome you folks to the Seattle KingDome, where tonight's weather conditions are we're in a dome. So far for weather, it will be a 1 and 6 for ballpark singles. To the lefty, it'll be a 1. To a ballpark righty, it'd be a 1 to 6 for ballpark singles. So not a very good ballpark. Home runs, not much better. It's only a 1 to a left-handed hitter on home runs and a 1 to 10 if you're a right-handed hitter. Let's play ball here at the KingDome as we play Game 3 of this three-game series between the A's and the Mariners. So here we go. Ricky Henderson lead off. His bat has starting to get hot now for the Athletics, and he'll get started here for Oakland. Here's your first pitch, and we're underway. Ricky leads off, and Ricky does lead off with a bang. That's a fly ball in the left center field and deep. That's far. That's off the top of the wall. It bounces. Henderson around first. He'll have a stand-up double. So the youngster for the Oakland Athletics, Ricky Henderson, showing some signs of getting off his slump, and he's starting to swing. And now here's Dwayne Murphy. Runner on second and no out. Murphy to hit. Floyd Bannister from the stretch and the pitch. 1-10 to a lefty. It's a ground ball to shorts in front. So Henderson will have to hold. Throws out the runner, and there's the first out. With 1 out now, runner on second. And now here is the first baseman, Jeff Newman, one of the luckiest hitters in baseball. He is having an unbelievable start for a season. Newman will now hit against Bannister. Here's the pitch. That will be a 1-8 for Newman. That's a ground ball to third. Again, that's in front of the run. It's 1-8 to a lefty. And that's a straight popped up. That's a pop up to the shortstop. Catch is made by Jim Anderson, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So 2 outs here in the first. Ricky still stranded at second. And here is Dave Revering. So Revering will try to get the runner home here. Here's a pitch from the left-handed pitcher, Bannister. 4-10 is a ground ball to short. That is a 6. So unless Anderson's a 4, the play should be made. 3E38 though. So the 6 won't hurt you on a 38 defense, and that is a 9. There's no defensive errors. So throws him out to end the first inning. No runs, one hit, one left. It is Oakland nothing and the Seattle Mariners coming up the bat. The A's winners of the first 2 games of this series. Both games are on my channel, but if you have not watched them, they've been good games so far. Oakland won the first game of this series 8-7 with a 7-run second inning, while in the second game of the series, it was the Oakland A's winning this game 8-4. So Oakland putting on some offense in this series so far, and the Seattle has not had really good pitching so far to this date. So now we go to the bottom of the first. It will be Cruz, followed by Craig and Meyer against Mike Norris. And we talked about Mike Norris before. He pitches extremely well. The left-handed hitters, righties gives him struggle. So here's the pitch to Cruz, and that is going to be a swing, and that is a fly ball to center field. Murphy is there, makes the catch, and there's one away. Here is the center fielder, Rod Craig. He again gets the start today. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat left-handed. You almost want to swing right-handed against Norris. Here's the pitch. 3-8 is a ground ball to second. Good play by Picholo. Throws him out, and there's 2 outs. And now here's the left fielder, Dan Meyer. They still haven't gone. They still have Meyer out in left. Not a good fielder. That's an issue for them, I think. Here's the pitch to Meyer, but he's been swinging a hot bat. Ground ball to first. Good play by Revering. Takes it to the bag himself, or takes it by Newman. Takes it to the bag himself, and the first inning is over. So we have an inning here in the Northwest. It's Oakland nothing and the Seattle Mariners nothing. The Oakland A's so far on this replay is 9-4, and they're actually in first place in the American League's West. So now here is Tony Armas, followed by Guerrero and Heath. The bat here in the top of the second. Armas is one batter that really needs to get hot. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball. Cannot get it out of the hands. So here's the first pitch. 6-9 from a righty and struck him out. Floyd Bannister's got some excellent stuff, and that's a big out. So Armas walks away, first out. Caught Armas on the inside corner, and there's one away. Here's Mario Guerrero. Guerrero's had a hot bat for the A's too so far. He's been swinging 2-4 versus the lefty, and Guerrero has himself a one out walk. So Guerrero on at first, 1 out, and now swinging will be Mike Heath. Heath gets a start today behind the plate. He'll swing against the left-handed pitcher Bannister. Bannister from the stretch and the pitch, and now be a fly ball right field. Right fielder will be Simpson, makes the catch, and there's 2 out. The Simpsons. With 2 outs, it'll now be Mickey Klotz. He's in here because he destroys lefties. He had a great game against the left-handed combination of Rick Honeycutt and Shane Raleigh the last game. So we'll see if he can get a good piece of it here. Here's the pitch to Klotz, and he does. That's where he wants it, and that's a base hit for Mickey Klotz. So Mickey Klotz with a base hit. There was not a clutch situation, so Guerrero will go to third, and Klotz has another base hit. First and third, 2 outs for the Athletics. So now here's Rob Picholo. He actually had a big home run in Game 2 of this series. Here we go. And here's the pitch to Picholo. 5-7, and that ball is going to be trouble. That's going to be a gap shot. It's all the way to the wall. Picholo will score. Guerrero will get a run home. Klotz will go to third and hold there, and the Oakland A's lead at 1-0. RBI, Rob Picholo. Second and third, 2 outs for the Athletics. So now here's Ricky Henderson. A 5-7 resulted on a right-handed batter, a triple-double combination. So now the option is there. Also paying attention to the game. Sorry about that. 5-5 to a righty, and that's a strikeout for Floyd Bannister. So Henderson down on strike, but the A's get 1 run, 2 hits. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Athletics. Big double and an RBI for Rob Picholo, who seems to have found his bat here in Seattle. So now for the Mariners, it'll be Bruce Bochy, a great young hitter. It'll be followed by Willie Horton and Stein. against Mike Norris here in the second. And let's see what happened. And it's now a 2-1 ball game, Dodgers and Yankees. Base hit for Aaron Judge. So now let's see what they do here. So they get a big hit. Let's see if they can maybe, as I turn the game off, see if they maybe came back. But I want them to play here, folks. So, of course, that's my fault, but I'll take it. Ground ball to second. Good play there by Peachlow. Makes the play, and there's one out. So now here's Willie Horton. He's kind of had a soft series. Had some hits. No big hits in the ball game. 2-1 Dodgers in the 11th. Here's a pitch to Willie Horton. 4-8 righty, and that's a walk. There's your reason putting right-handed hitters against, that's why against right-handed pitching against Mike Norris. They get on base a lot, a little more on base on the OBP because his pitch, he pitches much better to left-handed pitching. So now here's Bill Stein, runner on first. Let's see if the A's can do something. 5-9 to a righty, and Norris gets it on the inside corner, and Stein is called out for the second out. Here's the right fielder, Joe Simpson. 2 outs for Joe. He's the right fielder. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a 5-9, and that is a fly ball left field. Norris controls the left-handed batter's box. Play made by Henderson, retires aside. So the Mariners, no runs, no hits, a walk. 1 man left. We play 2 here in the Northwest. It's 1-0 Oakland. So we'll see what happens now. Dwayne Murphy followed by Newman and Revering. The bat for the A's here in the top of the 3rd inning. Floyd Bannister on the mound for the Mariners. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-9 to a lefty, and Bannister caught on the inside corner. Can I help you, Dwayne? Nope, just looking. Caught Murphy watching that call, 3rd strike. Here is the first baseman, Jeff Newman, the swing. So Newman, the swing. That doesn't surprise me. Here's the pitch. 6-7 against a righty on Bannister. Again, he caught him on the inside corner, called him out, strike 3. So the Oakland A's looking at called 3rd strikes, and now here's Dave Revering. He's been one of the really hot Oakland Athletics so far. 2 outs with a runner on. Here's the pitch. 6-10 lefty, fly ball center field. That is Craig. He's a 19. He'll make that catch. And he's also an E5. So let's see if the E5 comes back and hurts him. And that's an 8. There's no error on the 8. That's a fly ball center field. Retires aside. So Floyd Bannister has been tough. 2.5 things to play. It's 1-0 Oakland. So for the M's here, it will be Anderson, Cox, and Cruz. The bat for the Seattle Mariners here in the 3rd. And that does it. Dodgers win 2-1. Could not get a clutch hit with Stanton or Rizzo. Not surprised. 1-6 Armas. He's been looking for that big hit. Does he? No, this is Seattle. Damn it. Anderson, sorry, I got involved in the game too much. Struck him out. Jim Anderson down on strikes. So Mike Norris with a strikeout. That's his first strikeout of the ball game. And there's one away. Here is Larry Cox, the catcher. Cox getting the start today. He's a right-handed batter. Here it is. 2-9 for Cox. He sends the ball deep to left field. That's trouble. It's caught. It's caught off. Cox will get on first with a long single. That could have been a triple, but he got caught it. So runner on first and 1 out. Good play there by Murphy to cut it off in the gap, or that could have been a big hit. So now Cox is on. Now here's Julio Cruz, the second baseman. Norris from the stretch and the pitch. 1-6 righties. A ground ball softly to short. Cox will be out at second, but Cruz will beat it out on the fielder's choice and will give the A's a chance to run. So now runner on first and 2 outs. Norris is a 0. -2, you'll hold him. But then Mike Heath's a -2. So it's a -4 on Cruz. He'll be a 15 or less for a 2-6. Let's go ahead and try to steal. He does not get it. So he doesn't get the lead, so he will go to automatically. He'll just stay put with 2 outs. And now here is the center fielder, Rod Craig. So Norris looking to make a big pitch here. Here's the pitch. 5-6 to a lefty and struck him out. Mike Norris with a huge K, and Norris having a good start here. We played 3 in the Northwest. Oakland 1, Seattle nothing. Top of the 4th for the A's. Armas, Guerrero, and Heath. The hit against Floyd Bannister, who has been really tough so far. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a 4-7 for Armas. That's a fly ball in the center, a little bit deep. Craig is there, makes the catch, and there's one away. These averages are going to take a tumble today, folks. I have a feeling you have some good starters in Floyd Bannister and Mike Norris tonight. That's going to cause these averages to drop a little bit. They're not getting any big hits. And here's Mario Guerrero. A's have had 1 big hit tonight, and that has resulted in the only run for the Athletics. Here's the pitch to Mario. 2-9, ground ball to third. Picked up by the third baseman, Stein. He's got it, throws it across the diamond. There's 2 outs. And now here is Mike Heath. Hey, happy late evening, Mr. Ben. How are you? Welcome to the game. Here's a pitch to Mike Heath. 3-6 to a righty, and that ball's hit deep. Oh, wait a minute. We may have a Heath's hitting against a lefty. 3-6. Ooh, we've been a home run chance against a righty. He would have missed it. 3-6 against a lefty is a long single, so Heath knocks one in. So Heath's on at first with 2 outs, and now here's Mickey Klutz. Klutz again. Ooh, so ball 19 cents. Wow, nice. So 1976. So you bought another season, huh? Not also the current roster. You also bought an old one too. So here's a pitch to Klutz. 2-8 to Klutz, and he struck him out, and he's going to go out with an injury. So Mickey Klutz is out. He will go out, and the A's will probably have to bring in Wayne Gross. Again, he doesn't usually play against the left-handed pitching, but let's see who they have who can play third. So here at going to be Gross. He's waving his hands like, hey, coach, put me in. That's where I'm supposed to be. Let's see if they decide to do that, or they want to go Dave McKay here, a little bit more offense. And they'll put Dave McKay in. He has not played as much on the season. Wow. Yeah, you play with the old teams, you really notice a lot of different things. So he's out. So he struck out. So the new third baseman will be Dave McKay. He comes in with the daily injury. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Oakland nothing, Oakland 1, and Seattle nothing. So Meyer, Bhakti, Horton will now bat. And again, the Mariners trailing 1-0. Oakland trying to get a sweep here in the Northwest. This will be a good win for them. They're 9-4 on the season, playing quite well. 6-10 to a lefty. It's a ground ball to short. That is Guerrero. Always been a pain for me. That's a 15, so he'll field it. I believe, again, I'm getting used to these numbers. I believe on an error for Guerrero, you need to roll that 11, which is common. So that's that could be worse. That is going to be a 15. So let's take a look at a 15 on that and see if the play is going to be made. Give me 1 second to go ahead and haul off those numbers for you, and then I'll let you know if the play was made or not. I'm trying to make sure if I didn't lose those numbers or not. Hang on, folks. I'm trying to see now if I didn't lose a page. If I did, I'm hoping it didn't drop down to the floor. Hang on 1 sec. Of course, that was the one I needed. So hang on one moment. Hang on I got it right here. What am I doing? Sorry. I'm going crazy in my old age. So Guerrero is a 27. He is a 15. So a 27 on a 15 is not an error. Nicely done by Guerrero. Makes the play across the diamond and gets him. So a good play on Meyer. And that's the first out on the bottom, the 4th. And now we come up to Bruce Bhakti. Again, we've called him a very professional from the beginning. He had a couple hits in the last game. Here's the pitch. 3-4 for Bhakti. And does that against a righty. Ground ball back to the mound. Stopped by Norris. Picks it up and throws him out. And that is 2 quick outs. And now we come to the designated hitter, Mr. Willie Horton. Again, one of the vets on this team, one of the veterans, has played for both expansion teams, had a very lengthy career. Here's the pitch to Willie. 3-7 versus a righty, and struck him out as Mike Norris gets a huge strikeout to retire the side. Norris is strong through 4. It's Oakland 1 and Seattle nothing. So Mike Norris is playing up to his pedigree today. He is pitching quite well. Top of the 5th inning, Piccolo, Henderson, and Murphy to hit against Floyd Bannister tonight. Here's the pitch. 5-8 righty, the ground ball to second. That is Cruz, as the Seattle fans let you know. Cruz, the 217, the 12 will not be an error. And that's a 6, so let's find out. So that's a 17 on a 6, and yes, he does. I think I've thrown that error before. So Oakland will reach. Piccolo will reach on the Julio Cruz error in the 5th. So good job there. So a Cruz error. And now here's Henderson. Henderson's double and struck out so far. Bannister now runner on first from the stretch. Can he get a big out here? 3-7 versus a lefty, and that is a walk to Ricky. So Piccolo will go to second, Henderson the first, and now the A's have first and second with nobody out. A chance for the A's to get a big one. ID Jester. How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the KingDome in Seattle. Here's the pitch. That will be a 5-6, and that is going to be a double. Let's try that again. Struck him out. Looked on the wrong side. 5-6, struck him out. So Murphy is down on strikes, 1 away in the 5th, and here is Jeff Newman. So Newman, one of the hotter hitters in baseball. He's had a great season. Newman will hit against Bannister with 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-6 to a lefty, and that will be a ground ball hit the short. That will go to Anderson, the Cruz, the Bhakti for the double play. 6-4-3. So that does it for the M's in the 5th. We go for the A's in the 5th. Oakland A's 1980 replay. It is Oakland 1 and the Mariners nothing. So the A's get themselves out of the inning with that big double play. And now the Seattle Mariners, Stein, Simpson, and Anderson will bat for the M's here against Mike Norris. Bottom 5. 2-9 for Stein against a righty, and that's a base hit for Bill Stein. So Stein with a hit. He needed that one. And for the Mariners, that was their second hit of the ball game. Here is Joe Simpson. They are probably going to bunt here. They'll probably look for it, so there'll be a B in bunting. Let's go ahead and roll the bunt charts. We'll go ahead and roll the super advanced bunt chart, of course. Here we go. That's a 10. Yikes. Picked up by the pitcher on a B on a 10 is a pop-up. So Joe Simpson could not lay the bunt down. He popped it straight up. The pitcher got it, and there's 1 away. So a bad bunt here. The record for the A's so far is 9-4 through 13 games. They're a strong team. When I took this team, I thought this is a team that Billy Martin had like 13 wins in a row, but that was a 1981 team. So I still got a project with Billy Martin and the A's I want to do. And again, I want to play with the idea. Billy Martin never went to their bullpen. They had a ton of innings because he basically ruined this entire rotation. So Ben, I'm going to try to keep to the Billy Ball kind of idea of not relieving unless I have to or forced to. So again, I'm trying to play that logistics too. And they're a fun team to play. They get kind of mystifying at times, but right now they're just playing the AL West. They haven't gotten the Royals yet. So they've had a pretty easy schedule. So here is Anderson, another good bunter, but they're so far, the runner on first, they're not going to bunt again. 3-2 to a righty, deep fly, left field. That ball is deep. Why bunt when you can hit a kaboom? Far left field. Back goes Henderson. Looks up. It's gone. Jim Anderson had 8 home runs in 317 at-bats. He homers, and the Mariners lead it 2-1. So Jim Anderson, of all people, he's a veteran. I remember him being on another team back in the day. And he got himself a 2-run homer, and the Mariners take a 2-1 lead. Holy cow. So Anderson hit a boom shot, and now it's 2-1 Seattle. So now here is Larry Cox. No doubt about that one either. So now Norris he got roughed up in the last start. 4-5 to a righty, and that's a shot to deep left field. Is it deep enough? No, it's not. He's not powered. 4-5 will be a fly ball left field and deep. Henderson at the track makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So again, Norris almost there. So now it's going to be Julio Cruz again. Cruz 0 for 1, 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch now. 2-4 for Cruz, ground ball to second. Good play there by Piccolo, makes the play and retires aside. But the Mariners score 2 in the 5th. We head to the 6th. It's getaway day here in Seattle, or getaway night. Mariners 2 and Oakland 1. So Revering will swing, followed by Armas and Guerrero, the bat for the A's here in the 6th, against tough left-hander Floyd Bannister. And here's the pitch. 6-2 lefty. It's a fly ball left field. Meyer, that's trouble or not. 15 on a 4. He should field this, actually. 15 on a 4. He does. He'll make the catch on the range, but will he commit the error? He's an E12. Ooh, that could be a problem. Let's see. And no, 11. Ooh, an 11 on a 12. What do you say there? No error. Good play by Meyer. Runs it down and makes the catch. Ouchie. And now he's 0 for 3. So Revering is retired. He's been one of the hotter A's. Kind of gets a little bit lucky there at that pitch. Here is Armas, who's been looking for his pitch to send out of here. Here's a pitch from Bannister. 4-4 righty, ballpark single. First one of the day. It's a 1-6 single. That is a 6. That's a base hit. Just gets it past him. So Armas gets himself a hit. He's 1 for 3. And now here's the shortstop, Mario Guerrero. So Guerrero's been one of the hotter A's with batting average, at least. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored. Right-handed hitter against Bannister. He's a lefty. Here's the pitch and a foul ball. We'll go ahead and replay that. Bannister from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-5. Righty struck him out. Floyd Bannister, nasty slider, and there's 2 outs. Bannister in the 1980 season, 155 Ks, 218 innings. He had always had good stuff when he came up with Seattle. Then he went to Chicago, I believe, mid-80s on a big contract. And now here's Mike Heath, 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. So Heath, a right-handed hitter against Floyd Bannister. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 3-10 for Heath against a lefty, and that's a deep drive ball to center field. That's trouble. It's off the top of the wall. It'll be a double for Heath. Now let's see if they can score him, though. That is going to be Rod Craig. He is a -1, +2 on the 2 outs. They'll add +1 to Armas. Armas comes around third. Does he get the running? He's a 1-14. We're going to send him 1-14. Here's the throw. Oh, what a throw by Craig to Anderson, to the catcher, and lays the tag down. He's out of there. Armas is retired. A double for Heath, but that will go 8-6-2 to retire the side. And that is it for the A's in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The 20-sided die not being nice. It's 2-1 Mariners. Ouchie. All right. So that'll be Craig Meyer Bhakti against Mike Norris here. So ouchie on that one. So here's the pitch. 3-6 for Craig against a righty. And that's ground ball back to Norris. He's got time. He'll throw him out for 1 away. So now here is Dan Meyer. Meyer always a good ball player. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game, a couple ground outs. This season, Meyer, 275 hitter, had 11 home runs and 71 runs batted in. Here's the pitch to Dangerous Dan. 6-4 to a lefty. Fly ball center field. That is Murphy. Murphy ought to be a 1, so that should not be a concern. He's a 1E5, so the 16, not a comprendo problem. 13 on a 5, though. 13 on a 5 in center says out. Murphy makes the catch, and there is 2 outs. So Meyer retired. Here's Bruce Bhakti, 0 for 2. Talked about his dangerous hitting. He's a good young ball player, along with Tom Paciorek, Wimpy, on the Seattle team. Really has some nice young youth on this Mariner team. Here's the pitch from Norris. 5-5 to a lefty, and Norris got him with a strong slider. Bhakti down on strikes, and that does it for the Mariners in the 6th. We played 6. Seattle leads it 2-1. We go to the 7th. It'll now be Klutz, McKay, I believe. Yes. Dave McKay, who came in for Mickey Klutz, Peachlow, and Henderson. Again, I open up the benches for pinch hitting after the 7th inning. So now Bannister has to be kind of wary of that. So here is Floyd here. So now that's a 4 on a 7. McKay's a switch. That's a fly ball center field. That will be Craig, comes in, makes the catch, and Dave McKay is retired. He was a switch hitter, batting from the right side. Here's Peachlow. Home run in the 2nd game of the series, an RBI double back in the 2nd inning, representing the A's only run in this game. Here's the pitch from Bannister. 1-6 is a fly ball in the center field, I think, or is that right field? Let's make sure that's a fly ball center field. Rod Craig there makes the catch, and he's gotten the first 2 outs of this inning. So now here's Ricky Henderson up again. Ricky in the ball game is 1 for 2, has a double. He struck out and he walked. Bannister looks in, gets the sign. This is Bannister's point of fatigue inning. 6-7 righty, and struck him out. Henderson caught it on the inside corner, did not swing. Well, folks, 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch here in Seattle. Get your coffee. Seattle 2 and the Oakland A's 1, last of the 7th. It's getaway night here in Seattle. So now for the M's, it will be Horton, Stein, and Simpson, the bat for the mighty Mariners. Horton, Stein, Simpson against Mike Norris. Billy Martin staying with him. He's not going anywhere. Stretch time in Seattle. 1-6 for Horton against a righty. Does not hear who. Ground ball back to the mound. Norris has got it and throws him out, and there's an out. So that is a big out to get Willie Horton out of there. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, he is one of the Seattle vets they got here. When Seattle became a franchise, Horton was one of the guys who came in within the year. I believe he played for both Blue Jays and Mariners in his career after spending that long early career in Detroit. Here's a pitch to Bill Stein. Stein, the ball game is 1 for 2, singled and scored on Jim Anderson's home run. 5-7 to a righty, and Norris gets the big strikeout looking on Stein. So Norris with 2 Ks today on Stein. And now here's Joe Simpson. He's 0 for Simpson today. He's 0 for 2. He popped up a bunt last time, which we thought was a big play in this ball game, until Jim Anderson sent it into orbit. 4-9 to a lefty, and that's a strikeout for Mike Norris. Oh, my. Simpson down on strikes, and Mike Norris is pitching one heck of a ball game. The problem is the A's aren't giving him much offense. We played 7 in Seattle. It is still a 2-1 ball game, favor of the M's. For the men in green, Murphy, Newman, Revering, the bat for the Athletics, versus Floyd Bannister. They don't have an excellent closer. Raleigh pitched a bunch of innings yesterday, kind of in relief. So again, what do you do there? Bannister may be asked to go. 1-7 to a lefty is a walk. Murphy pulled a walk-off on that card. Holy cow. And they might give him a chance to run here. So Bannister is a +1. You'll hold him as a -2, and that's it. So it'd be a -1 for Murphy. It's a 14 or less if they get the lead. Let's see if Murphy gets the lead. It's a 4. He gets the lead. Let's see if the D20 gets me again. 14, 70%. Oh, and the 17s have it today. Murphy thrown out stealing. Holy cow, 2-4. And that is the second A's thrown out on the base pass as the D20 has a mind of their own. So now we go back to Newman now, up with no men on. You live or die by that D20, my friend. I'll tell you, sometimes you live by it. I play a computer league, and I live by the D20. And I'm throwing dice here. You don't. So now with one out in the eighth, Newman so far in the ball game is 0 for 3. So Newman, the swing and the pitch. 3-8 for Newman against the lefties. A ground ball to third. Stein throws him out, and there's 2 outs. So here's Revering. He's 0 for 3. So let's gotta get that. So 2 outs in the eighth. Revering in the ball game is 0 for 3. So Revering here, one of the hotter hitting A's. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 4-8 to a lefty, 5-ball center field. That's going to do it. That's going to be a catch for Craig. Retires the side, and we go to the bottom of the eighth inning. It's 2-1 Mariners. Oh, my goodness gracious. Bottom of the eighth inning. The A's needing a run. Now see if the Mariners can add some insurance. Anderson, Cox, and Cruz. Hang on, folks. Give me 1 second. All right, so we go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Seattle looking to add some insurance. Anderson, Cox, and Cruz to bat against Mike Norris. He'll stay out there. Wow. Got a lot of people here, folks. Please like if you're out there in no man's land. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much today, folks. 3-11 for Jim Anderson, and he's definitely had some good stuff today. That's a ballpark single, and he just misses it. It's a 1-6 righty, and that's a 7. So the shortstop makes a nice catch, and there's 1 away in the eighth. So 1 out in the eighth, and now here's Larry Cox. So Cox, the batter. We're going fast here. We're only about 40 minutes in. So I'm breezing this one. 2-7. Right as soon as I said that, we're going to have a 15-inning game. Ground ball to short, picked up by Guerrero, throws him out, and there's 2 outs. So now here's Julio Cruz. He so far has been up 3 times. He's 0 for 3. Again, this game has been a pitcher's duel. Norris and Bannister living up to the billing today. So here's Cruz against Norris. 4-8 to a lefty and gets him on the inside corner, and Mike Norris gets another K. He can't do nothing. He's pitching him to the win, but can the A's score a run in ninth to win to tie this? It is still 2-1 Seattle. So the A's will now send up Armas, Guerrero, and Heath against Floyd Bannister, and he'll stay out there and try to get this one on a complete game. So Armas is 1 for 3. He has been dying for home run power. It seems like he has more against righties, though. Here we go. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-4, the very bad roll. Ground ball to short. Jeez. Anderson comes up, throws him out, and that is the first out. So Armas is retired. What a ball game we have for Floyd Bannister. Let's count hits. I usually do that at the end of the game. 3, 4, 5. He's pitched so far a 5-hitter, and he has just gotten the A's off balance today. And now here's here's Guerrero. He's been one of the hot hitters on this A's team. So we're gonna try to get him a hit here. Here's the pitch. 5-9 to a righty, and he struck him out. Floyd Bannister mowing down the Oakland A's lineup right now. So this will be the last game of this 3-game series in Seattle. Oakland looking to sweep, but the Seattle Mariners have other ideas. Here is Mike Heath, possibly last out. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game, so he's hit Bannister well. If he gets on and put the tying runner on, Dave McKay or possibly a pinch hitter will come up. Here's the pitch. Does he get it right now? 5-5 righty, struck him out, and Floyd Bannister does the unbelievable and pitches the complete game as the Seattle Mariners win this one by the score of 2-1. We've tallied it. Oakland had 1 run on only 5 hits. Ricky had a hit in the first. Klutz and Pichel had hits in the second. Guerrero scored the lone run. They had a hit. They had a hit in the fourth. A walk. They got on an error in the fifth. Double play cleared that out. And then in one of the most important plays of the ball game, Armas singled. Heath doubled, but Armas got thrown out of the plate on an 8-6-2 play. And then in the seventh was a strikeout, 2 flyouts. In the eighth was a walk. And then Dwayne Murphy got thrown out. So the 20-sided die killed him. And then in the ninth, Floyd Bannister did his own thing and struck out 2. So a great performance by Bannister. He gets 9 Ks in the ball game as Oakland wins it. 1 run on 5 hits. The Seattle Mariners, not much else. No hits in the first, no hits in the second. 1 hit in the third, nothing in the fourth. 2 hits in the fifth, including a 2-run homer, a game-winning home run, I guess it is, by Jim Anderson. No hits in the sixth, no hits in the seventh, and guess what? No hits in the eighth. Mike Norris in his ball game pitches a 3-hitter and loses. So 2 runs, 3 hits. Seattle did commit an error. Oakland won 5-0, so Seattle wins this. Oakland will now go to 9-5. We've had about a 2-game lead in the AL West, so that will go down. What a pitcher's duel we had here in the KingDome. Let's take a look at the possible standings or what we have going on here. Give me one moment to go ahead and clear what I'm had on my screen and see if we can find out together what exactly is would happen. So let's go ahead and move ahead a little further, and I'll tell you exactly what the Oakland A's will be doing next week on their schedule. We're almost at the end of April in the 1980 Oakland A's Super Advanced Stratomatic Replay. So they don't play on Thursday. That's a non. So they will then go to Friday, and it will be in Minnesota. Great, another series with the Twinkies. So it'll be Friday. That'll be Matt Keogh and the Coos, Jerry Koosman, the veteran. And then the A's will play. It'll be Steve McCatty and Pete Redfern. That will be game 2. And then on Sunday, the Oakland Athletics will go Brian Kingman against Jeff Zahn, against a lot of the same particulars we saw the A's play in their last series at home. So let's see if there is who they play after. They'll go to California too, so they'll be on a long road trip here. It'll be Langford and Keeson in Cali. That begins on Monday the 28th, and then the Oakland A's will then go with Norris and Tanana, which will be a great on a Tuesday night. And then it'll be Matt Keogh against Don Asse. And then we go to the month of May. We actually flipped the month of May in this replay. And I believe the Oakland Athletics will actually be playing somebody else. The Friday night, they probably return home. And they do. And they're playing the AL East. The Detroit Tigers come in on May the 2nd. So stay tuned for those games, as we'll have our series with the Minnesota Twins coming up. And again, that will be that'll be a starting of Matt Keogh and Jerry Koosman. That's a Friday, actually a Friday afternoon game. So we'll get that game in. Hopefully, maybe we'll have it in tomorrow or so. Folks, please subscribe if you have not by the channel. Do me a favor, like, and also have the games from the last couple on there. I had a recording and a live game. So please watch those. Please do what you can do. I appreciate everyone in. This was it was an awesome pitching performance by Floyd Bannister. He gets the win, but unfortunately our A's will drop and go 9-5. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. I thank you for the 4th like. Give me 5 people in, 5 likes. I appreciate it. It helps a lot. So thank you. More people come and watch me then. I thank you again. We'll see you again from Oakland. As next series will be at Minnesota. No snow, as will be at Metropolitan Stadium, home of the Minnesota Twins. Thank you, folks, and have a good rest of your night.
We looked over the chop shop.